Welcome back to yet another edition of Learning Google Suite for Education. Today we are looking on to the most important aspect of Google Classroom. It is regarding transfer of ownership. This happens whenever there is a change in the authority level of the organization due to transfer or due to new changes as per the administrative policies. As we all know, the user who creates the class is called the primary teacher and they are the owners of the class. The moment we remove the owners of the class rights becomes a big issue. So before removal, we have to transfer the rights from the primary teacher to other teachers. The other teachers who are part of the classroom are called co-teachers. They share the drive contents and can do all activities of the primary teacher, but they can't delete the class. The rights of granting ownership. It has to be done only to an active co-teacher. That means it cannot be done to a teacher whose invitation is yet not accepted. So the basic thing is the invitation should be accepted by the teacher and he should become the member of the class. The moment he becomes the member of the class, the original creator starts transferring the rights to them. The process, it takes a time, and once it is done, the rights from the creator is bestowed upon the new teacher. This process can only take place with the domain of G Suite holders, and we cannot use private emails for this purpose in the G Suite for Education. What are the various steps? Basically, if you look, it follows the 4 steps that we can ensure things. We have to accept it, followed by transfer mode, and then finally the removal. The ensure process begins with the first stage by the logging of the primary teacher. Primary teacher will log into his own account and activate the class. By clicking on the class, he will activate the process and he can see the list of all members inside the class through the People tab. As said, he can only transfer rights to a class teacher who is active in the class. The next stage begins with acceptance. In the accept phase, the co-teacher, being an active member, he receives the information and he has to accept it. Once this process is started, it needs to complete, and based on the class structure, it may take a duration of propagation time of around 1 to 3 hours. During this process, the data transfer once initiated should not be tampered with or interrupted, as it may lead to data loss. Once the stage gets completed, the class creator has no more rights inside the class. But during the process of transfer till acceptance, the rights is retained by the original creator. Let us assume a condition where we have the primary teacher passing the member to the active co-teacher. With this, we start with the transfer process. The transfer process begins with the clicking of the vertical three dots of the co-teacher and clicking the option Make Class Owner. The moment the class owner is clicked, he receives an invitation, and the moment the invite is sent, it is received in the registered mail. Sometimes it may happen that a wrong choice is made. In that case, the primary teacher who is existing now can initiate the revoke invitation option, provided it has not been accepted by the invited teacher yet. With this stage getting activated, the new teacher receives a mail in his mailbox, and he has to click respond and click the accept option for becoming a class owner. Less the propagation time, we see the change of order of the things. The primary teacher now becomes the co-teacher, and in the new primary teacher's dashboard we see the order of things as ordered by the new creator comes into the top, and it can be further verified by clicking on any co-teachers and ensuring that the make class owner option is reflected. With this, the transformation of ownership takes place, but that doesn't finishes the matter. We have one more step to go. The step of removal. Who should initiate the process? It can be done on two ways. Remember, this is only applicable if the teacher has to be removed from the organization or he is no longer a part of the organization. In that case, the new primary teacher, the new owner of the class, can remove him from the classroom, or the moving out teacher can log in and leave the class. With these steps, the role of teachers comes to end in the classroom, and the Vidyalaya admin now steps in. He can remove the email ID from the organizational unit after ensuring that all transfer rights are added to the principal admin. It is very important that this step should be enacted before removal of any used IDs. The reason is that the works of the people should be preserved either physically or digitally. So before deleting, the rights should be transferred to the principal admin of the Vidyalaya for subsequent actions. To just have a recap of things, let us see the highlights. As you see, it involves a 7 process step till the acceptance of the file. The 7 step in sequence, if followed, we can see the ownership gets changed from the primary owner to the new owner. With this, the change of ownership takes place in the classroom. Thank you for watching. Keep watching GSE KVS Chennai regions for further updates.